Hi friends, all you'll need for yoga today is a yoga strap. You can also use a belt or a towel, anything that will allow you to open up your hands wider than your shoulders. But first, come to a comfortable seated position. Your hands and your palms can be face up or down. And let's just begin to notice your breath, beginning to release tension from your day. Letting your shoulders fall away from your ears and taking a deep inhale. Breathing in and out. Feeling the belly expand as you inhale and empty as you exhale. Beginning to allow the tension and stress of your day to go and begin to welcome the presence of Jesus here. Because He is here, friends. He cares about how you're feeling today. He is aware of what you're dealing with in your life and what's going on in your heart and your mind. It's easy to let your thoughts drift, but if your mind starts to wander, bring it back to the words I'm sharing here. A couple years ago, I was first introduced to the truth that a life built on constant worry and anxiety originates out of pride and self-focus. I really struggled with this idea for a while because none of the worry and anxiety I dealt with ever felt selfish or prideful. In fact, I felt like a victim to all the hard things in life. Until I took a closer look, I didn't see how much I was relying on my worry. I was leaning on it. If there wasn't something to be worried about, I still felt full of tension, unable to fully relax because I was so used to surviving life in a delusion that worry equaled some kind of control of the outcome. In my prideful belief that worry could be my answer, I took God out of His rightful place in my life and set myself up there instead. Because often our struggle with anxiety comes because we are not putting Jesus in His rightful place in our lives. And we all do this in a million ways all day long. It's the reason why we need the life, death, and resurrection of Jesus so very much. We are so incapable of our own salvation. But my acknowledgement of this is where my salvation comes from. In Matthew 5:3, Jesus said, "Blessed are the poor in spirit, the ones who realize they not only came to Jesus with nothing, but actually came to Him in debt because of our lives of sin." Once again, Jesus flips our perception of reality on its head, where instead of being full of the ability and knowledge of how to save ourselves, we come to Jesus with an acknowledgement of our emptiness. There, Jesus waits us with a waiting and outstretched hand, a smile on His face as He delights in our desire to have a right relationship with Him. So as we begin to move here, let our prayer be, Jesus, help me to put You in Your rightful place in my life and heart. Take a deep breath here, inhaling and exhaling. Go ahead and grab your yoga strap, belt, or towel, and take your hands just a little bit wider than your shoulders. Maybe play around to feel what feels best for you as we begin to move here. Dropping the strap behind your shoulders and bringing it all the way down and all the way back up over your head, slowly, maybe holding on to some points where you feel the tension and the stretch. And then begin to let it down your back again. Maybe pausing here when you get to that middle point and feel the extra stretch in the front of your shoulders. Coming back up to the top again and allowing it to come down your back. Holding on to the places where you feel tension. Taking a few extra deep breaths where you feel that stretch, knowing that your breath is what helps you release some of that tension. Taking your time and remembering to breathe. Taking this at your own pace, whatever feels best for you. Perhaps you're allowing the strap to come all the way down and then back up over your head. Maybe you're pausing to allow some of the tension and stress to be released by your breath and just holding on to that space for a moment. Go ahead and release the strap. And we're going to take some gentle neck rolls here. So allow your right ear to come to your right shoulder, maybe even hovering those left fingertips over the floor, taking a few deep breaths into the left side of your neck. Feeling that tension as it hopefully begins to unwind here. And we're going to begin to bring your chin down to the middle of your chest. Take your time getting there. Feeling the places where you feel the most tension and maybe pausing there for a moment and taking a breath or two. Pausing when your chin reaches the middle. And then begin to bring your neck over to the other side. Eventually, and taking your time, coming to your left ear to your left shoulder. If it feels good, hover those right fingertips above the floor, taking a few deep breaths. Inhaling and exhaling, repeating the same process, drawing your chin to your chest, taking your time to get there. Feeling the belly fill all the way up with breath. Inhaling and exhaling. Taking one more neck roll from side to side, as slow or as quickly as you'd like, breathing here. Breathing with the awareness that Jesus is here. When you're ready, go ahead and grab your strap one more time, raising it over your head, allowing it to drop behind you, maybe holding on to a place of tension, maybe noticing if you have a little bit less tension there than you did before. And then releasing the yoga strap and setting it aside. You're going to find a wall or even on your bed frame. If you're sitting in bed, you can do this as well. Bring your left or right hip up to the wall and then swing your legs all the way up the wall as you lie down on your back. And I love to keep my legs up here, so you can do that too if that feels best. But if you'd like, today, go ahead and take your feet into a diamond shape, the soles of the feet touching, knees out on either side, and begin to breathe here. And let me just pray over you here. Because a life lived with Jesus in his rightful place is to lean into the everyday presence of God. Jesus, I come to you empty. I don't know how to do this life without creating idols and hoping only in what I can strive in. I come to you empty. Will you fill me up? Give me your thoughts. Help me to choose the small, everyday paths you lay in front of me. Teach me to lean on you, to rely on you. Breathing in and out.